Okay, Swiffer says we're gonna get Swiffer. Swiffer says we're gonna get out here and bust out the flamethrower for room 20. Um, we're just gonna run down these coins real quick, do some fast dimensional analysis on the scaffolding that these sites might need. Here with Dutch Brothers, real quick. I haven't heard too many bad things about it. This is what its max is. It looks like we're starting inside of this year, maybe close to a year, right on it. Reasonable, acceptable. It's a big coffee brand. Your Black Rifle coffee for what was normally something, obviously at the start, come in big, but we got to factor some of the timelines in here. We'll get ripping in a second, but let's click the 5. Obviously nothing because it was inside of there. Here's the year. They're real close because, well, they would be just on a different frequency. Gives us a different line. We could start scaffolding from here. We could change the diagram, start playing around with the moving averages, start clicking buttons, and start deciding, after you've done all that, what are the most prevalent lines to help you define as a CEO what systems we are consistently running, so I can tell my cows down there, like you see one start to get here and we're ripping, this is a little hot. I want to maintain that momentum, save that for later, do it on something else. When this dips inside of here based on those rockers, that's your guys' run. You'll set some big ones in here. We decide when that is, so that way you guys don't know and can capitulate inside of here. It's nothing crazy. We need to move that money to make sure that we don't have 40 pins in here that take something like this and reduce this to ashes. So we'll keep it going. We can obviously, if you want a tighter function, we can certainly get into one. We'll just rip this one down. We're out of here. Nice slope right here. Seems like a little bit of a runoff on the elf, but she did cap right there. Looks like she's starting to work a little bit better of a frequency in there. Sure. Looked like a roll down. Some runners. They were definitely working inside of here to what she can do. I might have worked at some bear stock. It would have been nice to know that that was back there during the time. Who knows? I wasn't around paying attention to any of that. But, well, we did kick her over. Looks like she's ripping. We got a 5. Same thing, basically. Looking real good. Looking real good. But like I said, I'd wait for a dip on her. Really honest. Jim's Fast Money over here or something. It looks like we started a nice little dip on the 5-day. Let me take a look at that month. Looks like this is here. So 5 days, 5, maybe another 5 in there, given the length. So length is going to give me the adjacent, right? We're just going to throw one in there for right now with the brain in the valley stuff that we do to help us gauge what the frequency is. The Fourier transformation on a Laffer curve dealing with, this is a curve. It's rolling. It's toggle, button toggle switch. That's a nice pin. Looks like in the morning she caught onto it. Let's see, 30, 31, 32. Today's the 5th. So today is Tuesday, right? That might have been Friday night, right? Something like that. Yeah, somewhere in there. Sure, she caught, but she didn't make it through the weekend. Hopefully, it looks like somebody was trying to catch and land it right here. It's something to think about the mechanism. Let's take her down to the day just to be sure. Usually when I'm walking one of these bad puppies out, let's see if I can just hit one real quick here. A little bit more laid out for us. Just because I like to have fun with deep field. Now, she hadn't been doing all right, but here's our general Bond King model on volume trades, analog style, while you're thinking about this rip. And these are those kind of guidance points. So I noticed this is what she was doing. That's kind of where I had this thing ripping to what its volume kind of would adjust to on a longer function. And that's when I graphed her to what I thought she was going to do as far as the bounce down. And looks like she is holding awesome inside of here. At some point in time, we may want to adjust this line, send in a rip for what it is here, and hopefully we can say, even though it's buzz, or it could have been Twitter or Disneyland or any of the other nonsense that goes with this, that later can be used as a benevolent action in terms of the sort and algorithm system to say it can handle that. They have proof positive that they were working the proper IRCs and functions to this system, and it looks really good. And when we take this a lot tighter, integrating some of these other mechanics with it, it might help us integrate what a tighter function is. Well, for the most part, we can get there for what the analogs are. Where we are generally today, 5-day, let me zoom out. And it takes a little while to do something like this, but there's a nice little rockers for her. She likes to rip in there. And if we were really fine tuning some algorithms, my brain being that algorithm, I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but hopefully she stays with it. She doesn't want to do more than that. Like I said, she will hopefully back to the max here inside the ear. That's where I cut my teeth. All right, so in this again, there were very day reasons on the scale about the increments of doing things, or even looking at it from this parallel. Well, she certainly likes to get ripping, so something to 1, 2, 3. She had 6 on the index. She wasn't quite there to break through these trendings. She might have had to have a better sequence or something. To a lot of math will go help you do this, and help people make an investment of, well, if you like to do those kinds of things and you're willing to wait a little bit longer, that might be a better move than just being all TikTok addicted to click, 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 click. So rip them down. I mean, I'm assuming most professional systems, if you're really into this game, are going to have most, if not all, of this kind of worked out into those charts and maps for you to help you deal with your volumes and your systems that help you model what this is. And then we say this: real big shareholders would get out there and say it and do things, or key those off. Remember, I always like said before, some of them big key holders down here, you've been putting in tightening into your system to make sure that you could have that piece, that powder, or at least the team dynamics to help you figure that out. What's it worth? So, it's my note. Catch you on the next one.